Sometimes I ask myself, if I had a chance to go back in time and meet a person who's no longer with us, who would it be? Truth is, I'd probably have a list of 50 or 100, but Rabbi Meir Shapiro, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, would be high on that list. Rabbi Shapiro was a genius of geniuses. He headed the yeshiva of geniuses and probably redefined what genius actually means. 2 years ago, I got to visit the iconic yeshiva of Chachmei Lublin, in none other than Lublin, Poland. Here house some of the great Torah luminaries of the last 300 years. To enter the yeshiva, you had to know tractates of Talmud by heart. The daily structure was rigid and intense and far from anything we're used to seeing today. In addition to being a member of parliament in the Polish government, Rabbi Shapiro was also the president of Agudat Yisrael, and he had the task of changing the structure of the entire yeshiva system. Pre-war Poland were difficult times financially. Students who were sent to yeshiva had to fetch for their own. After their studies, they had to find a place to sleep, a place to eat, and a place to conduct their affairs after the day was done. As a result, enrollment was decreasing as many parents wanted their sons to enter the workforce and help tend to their families. Rabbi Shapiro felt that if he could provide prospective students with an all-in-one package, parents would be appeased knowing that their children are taken care of and not have to supplement them with funds and have them fend for themselves. Therefore, he instituted in-school dormitories, in-school cafeterias, and programs as the new thing. And it didn't take long until yeshivot across the globe copied this successful model. Sadly, World War II saw the end to that yeshiva. However, the Bet HaMidrash was recently rebuilt, and Jewish tourists can come tour the building, stay in the rooms for a Shabbat stay, and pray and study in the room which was once blaring with words of Torah. But if you Google Rabbi Meir Shapiro, that's not the piece of information that you're going to find initially about him. His claim to fame is that he is the founder of the Daf Yomi study, the idea that Jews across the world partake in the program, who study the same page of Talmud each day, aiming to finish it in approximately 7.5 years. Man, the opposition he faced from giant Talmidei Chachamim. People thought he was crazy. You're ruining the way Torah was to be learned. It's too fast. There's no depth. People will drop out. People won't understand. What are you doing, Rabbi Shapiro? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why change something? But he stuck with his idea. And now, today, we are in the midst of the 14th cycle of this unbelievable course of study. On January 1st, I celebrated my completion of the Talmud with 90,000 people in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. I cannot describe how amazing that experience was, and how cold it was too. And to know that hundreds of thousands of Jews, besides those in attendance with me, were also completing their journey makes me wonder if Rabbi Shapiro ever thought this would be the product of his idea. We are studying the Parshiot of Avraham Avinu and Sarah Imenu, a couple who single-handedly changed the world as we know it, took people under their wings, taught them about God, about monotheism. So many people thought they were crazy. So many people wanted them dead. But it didn't matter, because to them it was their faith. It was the message that they felt they needed to convey. Rabbi Shapiro, like Avraham Avinu, with one act, one decision, drew a completely different picture, ignored the naysayers and the pessimists, and just kept on pushing. We don't know how our decisions will help shape the world. We hope it will be for the positive. But the lesson is simple. If you believe in something so big that it can have a ripple effect for generations, who is anybody to stop you? Yesterday, the 7th of Cheshvan, was the yahrtzeit of Rabbi Meir Shapiro, Zecher Tzadik Livracha. Zechuto yagen alenu ve'akol am Yisrael. Amen.